Just keep it simple. You have this idea in your head that success has to look a specific way. I had that same idea. But there are some experiences that I've had in my life that have changed my perspective completely. I'm wearing one of them right here. Look, it even says simple right here. This is my clothing brand. It's the Einfach brand. I'm a German American. And so I created this brand that is kind of, I don't know, my vision for it is that it's going to make it cool to be German again. Ja, ich kann auch Deutsch sprechen. Einfach, ist ja klar, ist Deutsch. I'm going to switch back to English though. Any German speakers, let me know what I said in the comments. But this right here, it's not the final product. It's not what I envision the brand being in its final form. The back of this, it doesn't say Einfach on the inside of this. It says Gildan. Do I like that? Is that perfect? Is that exactly how I want it? No. But is that such a deal breaker that I can't start a clothing brand? No, it's not. Look, I'm wearing it right now. Einfach, this is my brand. This is my brand. Do I have a whole warehouse where I'm manufacturing these things and it's just all my brand? No, I don't. Do I have a whole team of people that support me? No. Now, if it was my main thing, maybe I would be at that point by now. But this is something I'm building up on the side. My job is to be a professional basketball player. And so I'm focused on that, and I'm building this alongside that. It's not going to be like Versace. It's not going to be like Louis Vuitton. Maybe we can build it up to that, but it's got to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere. If you're on YouTube looking for ways to be as efficient as possible with whatever it is you're doing, you're wasting your time. And I know that sounds harsh. I know that might sound unbelievable, right? It might sound like I'm just some idiot talking on the internet, but I'm somebody who's lived it. I've experienced paralysis by analysis. As an overthinker, as a recovering perfectionist, I'm sitting here telling you, don't waste your time looking at all the different options. It's okay. Watch a video or two, get an idea of what's going on, and then go try it yourself. Make your idea real and make the mistakes, right? And then figure out, oh, okay, maybe somebody else has made these mistakes and I don't have to. Maybe I can learn from them, whether it's watching another video like this one, but make progress. If you're watching videos on the same topics every single day and not taking any action, you're not helping yourself, right? So all these courses that are being sold, all of these gurus who are out there talking, telling you what to do, if you're not taking action and gaining your own experiences, you're selling yourself short. I'm going to give you another example because it's literally what I'm doing right now. It's this social media thing, right? Building up this YouTube channel. Right now, it might not look like much, right? It's just an unedited video of me sitting here and talking, but that is exactly my point. For years, I had this vision of, okay, like I can be a YouTuber. I feel like I would be good at being a YouTuber. And what did I do? Did I make YouTube videos? No, I'm watching other YouTubers, studying, thinking about, okay, well, like when I have the time one day, when I get the opportunity one day, when I have the gear, no. When did I start becoming a YouTuber? When I started making videos. And okay, maybe I'm a little bit extreme. I'm making a YouTube video every single day. But this is to challenge myself. This is for me to get out of my own head, get out of my own way, and say, okay, I'm just going to take action, right? I'm going to take action. And for me, I'm not worried about the results. If this video gets 10 views, great. If this video gets 10 million views, great. I'm not concerned with how many likes it gets, how many subscribers it brings in. Of course, that's all information that you see and you take in, and it's part of the process. But for me, I understand that if I show up every single day, at some point, I have to find the success formula. At some point, I have to break through, and I've proven this to myself on Instagram. I did not have an Instagram page. Well, an Instagram page where I was posting content and creating content. I had my personal Instagram page, but I didn't have that a year ago. Now I have over 23,000 followers, close to 24,000 followers on Instagram. How? Why? Because I decided to show up every single day and just see what works and what doesn't. That for me was time better spent than me sitting and studying all the Instagram. Of course, this is the thing. If you want to study, you have to understand what you're doing. Studying only works when you're out there doing something. If you've never played basketball before, what use is it going to do for you to study Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan? It's not going to be of any use to you. It's of use to me because I'm out there playing professionally. So I can say, oh, okay, this is what Kobe did in this situation. This is what Michael Jordan did in this situation. Oh, okay. Luka Doncic, this is how he solves this situation. And I can take that and apply it to what I'm doing. But if I haven't even started with the fundamentals, with the basics, there is nothing that the experts can teach me yet. I have to get there. The basics you have to gather as quickly as possible. If you want to have success, if you want to have the things that you're saying that you want to have, then you have to go out there and make as many mistakes as possible. So that once you have the foundation, once you have the skill, and you can sharpen it by watching people who are better than you. But you have to have a certain baseline first. And oftentimes the experts, they don't even know how to teach the fundamentals anymore. They're so focused on just tweaking small little things that it's tough for them to even go back into that mindset. Because all they did, they just went out and they did it. They got their hands dirty. Anybody who's built a following on social media, anyone who's built a business, anyone who's worked their way up the ranks in any career, they'll tell you, hey, look, I just went out and when I started just doing it and not worrying about the results, not caring about what other people were saying, results came. Success came. I say it here. Who knows where this brand is going to be in 10 to 15 years? I guarantee you, though, there won't be gilding on the back. But how much easier is it to make that transition from saying, okay, we already have the product, we already have the designs. Now it's just about switching the label, finding a manufacturer that we like, doing these things. Rather than having to, now we have the money to create a clothing brand. Now let's take all of our money and throw it into this brand and hope that it works. No, we have the experience. Since 2019, we've been selling Einfach products. And by we, I mean me. I have my girlfriend who's helping me. I have people now who I'm sponsoring, I give gear to, and they're out promoting, helping. But I mean, this thing, it started with me. Really, it started. I'm not going to take all the credit for it because it started with me and my friends in our kitchen in high school. And my mom was in the kitchen cooking, and there were some guys, they were saying, oh yeah, in high school they were walking around saying, yeah, that's simple. My friends and I don't know, we just wanted to be a little bit different, so we were kind of making fun of them. And one of my friends, all of a sudden, we were talking about it at home, and he asked me, what's the German word for simple? My mom says einfach. Next thing I know, my dad is ordering some t-shirts because we started saying, oh yeah, that's einfach, instead of, like I said, just trying to be different. And my dad is ordering some t-shirts for a local basketball tournament, and I asked him, hey, can you maybe make a hoodie and some t-shirts? And he actually did, and boom, a brand was born. But a design was born, right? The brand, it developed from me seeing, like these hoodies, they look kind of cool. I would wear them, and I wore it to school. People wanted to know where I got it from. Oh man, I want one. Boom, boom, boom. So once I started my professional basketball career, I said, okay, well, I know how to make a website. If I can find a way to just, if somebody wants these hoodies, they can have them. They can find a way they can order it off of a website. Perfect. That's all I need right now. And it started with, I just had einfachbrand.com, and I just had every single color that they offered. I started it with Printful. Printful.com. It's a print on demand thing. I'm not going to get into the details of that, but boom, right? Print on demand. Somebody demands it, it gets printed, it gets sent to them. That's how it started. And I had every color that they offered with the hoodie that I liked, and that was it. And then over the years, I've redesigned the website multiple times. I've taken out a lot of colorways and re-released them with a purpose, understanding, okay, hey, how do I want to keep the identity of the brand, keeping it simple? That's what we're talking about in this video. How do I want to keep the identity of this brand while staying creative, while staying fresh? And I said, okay, well, let's take the colors. Let's do something with the colors. Let's have every color actually mean something rather than, oh, well, my favorite color is orange, so I'm going to get an orange Einfach hoodie. It's cool, it's nice, but I like to wear stuff that means something. Otherwise, I wouldn't put this whole definition on my hoodie, right? I wouldn't have this brand, right? It had to mean something for me to really promote it, for me to really be wearing it out in public and identify with it. It had to mean something. So every color has a meaning. The pink hoodies, that's the love collection. The green hoodies, that's the abundance collection. It's simple, right? But those ideas weren't there at the start. At first, it was just a goofy idea. And it slowly, step by step, by trial and error, developed into something more. I launched the website. I don't know how many sales I got, a couple. But I was like, okay, man, all right, this is cool, but I'm kind of out of ideas. I released some designs, released some products. I said, you know what? I don't really think that fits. So I took them off the store. And then I took everything down except for the white and black colors. And I re-released. And then I had some ideas that stuck, like this right here. This stuck. It was something that I liked. I got the product. I said, yeah, this is something that I think fits into the brand. So not every idea is going to be a hit. Do you know every single Pablo Picasso painting? No. You've only seen a few. You haven't heard every song that Michael Jackson ever sang, because not every song that Michael Jackson ever sang even made it out. There were so many songs that got scrapped and got tossed. But you also never know what idea might be trash at first, and all of a sudden, a couple years later, that's the exact idea you need. That's why you need to just take action. Take the steps. Take whatever you need, whatever you can do, and do it to the best of your ability. One more example, my books. I'm sure if you looked hard enough, there are probably some grammatical errors in my books. There might be a period in the wrong place or a comma or something. Maybe there's even a misspelled word somewhere. But there are so many people who appreciate my books. There are so many people who love the stories of my books. So yeah, there might be somebody who says, oh, well, this isn't perfect and blah, blah, blah. If someone's looking for perfect, they're probably not going to go with you anyway. Because it's you versus major corporations, major big time businesses that are going to do their best to get as close to perfect. And then there are people like you and me. We can relate. We can relate. Just like that. I'm going to keep that in. I'm stumbling over my words, fumbling over my words. My camera's cutting off, cutting words out. It's fine. My priority is getting this video out to you, getting this message to you. You might even see my socks in the background somewhere if you look hard enough. It doesn't matter. This is life. So people like you and me, right? We're out here building something for us, for the people around us, for the people who relate to us and can connect with us. Nothing more, nothing less. Don't feel like you have to be Nike. Be you. Be you and be you as much as you can be. Because you only get one chance to do it. And that's called life. If you want to keep hearing my experiences, hearing my thoughts, I'm going to be sharing them every single day. All right? As we continue to do this life thing together, I want you to remember that the best is yet to come. If you're interested in these or anything else, just checking out the brand, I'll leave a link in the description. This isn't some kind of advertisement or whatever, but if your interest is piqued, then I'm not going to gatekeep from you. All right. So check that link in the description if you're like, oh, this is something that resonates with me. If not, no stress at all. All right. I will see you tomorrow, or I'll see you on the next video, which you can find right here. And the option to subscribe and keep doing this life thing together. It's right here. I'll see you wherever you choose to see me next.